Up next on SmokeDown is going to be a Real John triple threat match. Last week, John III ended up defeating the Real John champion, John 60, which did not earn him a Real John championship match, but it definitely did prove that he may be a future contender for the championship, especially if he can win this matchup here tonight. It was originally supposed to be John 60 versus John the Astronaut 5 if he defeated John III last week, but because he ended up losing, he has to go through two Johns tonight in the Real John triple threat. The Real John champion definitely in a dire, stressful situation as he goes on to competing against the John who's been there for a longer time out of every other John that's ever debuted in the division, John 1.1, at the end of this week at the American Hash. Titles on the line at the end of this week, but right now, John 60 faces a triple threat match. John III and John the Astronaut 5 looking to gain a victory. Who's coming out with the win? We'll find out next. And John III being the first to make his entrance out to the ring here tonight. And I'm pretty sure if he can earn a second victory, then he'll definitely be the next outlook as a future contender for the Real John Championship. Whenever that may be, whenever the time comes, we still have a long ways away before Cannabis Slam hits us. The Oswald brothers have been making bets with each other as of late. At the Death Bowl 2 pay-per-view, Jerry and Jay Oswald went head-to-head against each other. And if Jay Oswald lost, then he would lose his Coca-Cola sponsorship, chains, his backpack from back in the day, and his name. Now, Jay Oswald is known as the Oz since losing that bet. The Oz recently just lost a match a couple weeks ago to the debuting Shaman on SmokeDown. Jim Oswald making another bet with the Oz, his brother, that he could defeat Shaman on his own. So we're going to see if that can happen. Jim Oswald versus Shaman takes place at the American Hash. John the Astronaut 5 making his way out to the ring, the man that was originally supposed to be competing against the Real John champion tonight, John 60. A futuristic John. This man right here has traveled through space, but he has not traveled through time. Now, that's the difference between John 5 and John 60. Many people maybe get that confused, although they do look completely different. They wrestle alike. John 5, though, a little bit slower than John 60 and the rest of the Johns. And now the Real John champion, John 60. As you can see, the Real John. That's what he likes to be announced as. I mean, there's nothing that can argue that he has been the Real John champion ever since Mary Jania 420. Stuart Griffin, the longest reigning WWEED champion in history, out of all champions. He may be surpassed by the Real John, John 60, if he can defeat John 1.1 at the end of this week at the American Hash when he defends his title. Whether he loses tonight does not put any implements on his matchup, nor does it change the fact that he holds the championship, but at the end of this week it does. We'll figure out who can come up with a victory. There will be a triple threat at the American Hash as well, which we've told you about already. John the champion already looking strong. And now John 5 taking out the champ with a neck breaker. Look at that. Knee right to the face. Leg sweep. John 5 definitely not looking to be overlooked in this match. John 60 didn't really like what he just suffered from. And of course, he's going to John III first, as he was the man who defeated him last week. John 60 doesn't look like he's taking any shit tonight. He's ready to go into this match. Look at this. Draping him into the corner. Knee to the gut. Second time in a row, and then following it up with a leg sweep of his own. And look at that. John III taking out 60 before he could. Now laying out John the Astronaut 5 with a Phoenix Slam. That was incredible. John 60 not making the same mistakes that he did last week. Chop and punch back to back, now repeating the actions of John III. John 60 definitely looking like he's not playing around at all, as he knows he's got a championship defense. And now reversing a power bomb from the Astronaut. Looked like it was about to be a crucifix. Now just twisting the neck. Luckily, he has that astronaut helmet on. Hopefully, somehow that will be able to help him in this matchup. Especially, imagine if he does a headbutt. I think that that's something that John the Astronaut 5 should take into his arsenal. Make a finisher instead of the Dirty Dan Slam. It'd also make him a standout John. As of right now, alternative Dirty Dan Slam being applied from John the Third as he's at 62%. John 5 at 76. John 60 getting back up with an early recovery. 117% from the champ. Look at what we're seeing in this match. Clothesline. And look at this. And it looked like he was going for a powerbomb as well. Another crucifix attempt, which gets reversed with another neck breaker. John 60 going to the top rope. What's he going for here? Just waiting for his opponent to stand up. John the Astronaut 5 is in the ring. Looks like he's just going to hit an elbow drop from the top. Setting up for a charge finisher. John the Third hitting John 60 with a back body drop. Look at that incredible powerbomb. John the Third has been on fire for the past 2 weeks, ever since competing in the Death Bowl 2 tournament. And now look at this, out of nowhere, Dirty Dan Slam taking out John the Third, going for the pin in this matchup. Right next to John the Astronaut 5, 1, 2, and a kick out from the Third. John 5 swiping away the champ. Both of these Johns going for each other. They both have a signature. John the Third with a finisher. John 60 looking to get back in this match as soon as possible before one of these men can hit a finisher. And the Astronaut 5 with an Astroplex signature maneuver. Look at that. John 60 going for a punch. John 5 ensuring it didn't happen. And now a futuristic plex. 6-plex. From John 60, rope break saves him. Goes right after John the Third, or at least he tries to target him. And look at this. Goes for a suplex of his own. John 60, definitely getting it taken to him right now. And now he's hitting the Dirty Dan Slam. Looking to set his sights to John 5. Look at this replay right here. John 5 looking to almost, I guess, throw him out the ring. John 5 looking to take the advantage and gain the victory. 1, 2, almost 3. John the Third kicks out once more. John 5 earning a comeback, even though he's the one standing on his feet. High stakes action. John 60 absolutely doing everything he can to win this match, breaking up the pinfall. Looking to take down John 5 with a over the top DDT. And John 60 looking to gain some energy from the crowd. Elbow drop right to the mask of John the Third. Since John the Third is a third John, that means that he does have brothers who he also lived with named John, so he's been going insane about this his whole life, about who the real John is, not just in his family. Oh my goodness, John 60 ensuring that the comeback does not happen, but a knee takes him out, the champ getting the comeback of his own. And now it looks like John the Astronaut 5 lays him out. The power slam, Michinoku driver, John Dog laying out John the Third. John 60 saving the matchup for himself, taking out John 5 with a Michinoku driver of his own. Is this going to end the match? 1, now he gets reversed. He looks to hit the Dirty Dan Slam. Now it looked like he was going for a signature maneuver once again. John 60 hitting the John Dog. I think John 60 is getting about fed up in this matchup. Wasting nearly all of his energy to run all the way around the ring, grabs a steel chair. John the Third, seeing it coming, throws it out the ring. Goes for a back body drop. The champ rolls out. He did everything he could. Now look at this. The champ trying to get back in the ring as fast as he possibly can. John the Third locking up John the Astronaut, twisting his neck around. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the helmet's going to save him in this match. That right there should be the advantage, and that's one reason why John the 5 may pick up the victory. John 60 once again getting the steel chair. John 5 almost getting taken out the steel chair, but he's seen it coming. Almost like he had eyes in the back of his head. And now look at this. Futuristic six-plex getting reversed from John 5. With a Northern Light slam. And look at this. Comeback from John the Astronaut. And it gets oh my goodness, the John Dog being delivered. And now reversal being delivered from the champ. And now he takes out John 60, he takes out John the Third with a body splash. I think this is the point where John 60 finally gets frustrated in this match. Looking to hit him with the steel chair. He finally cracks him over the skull. Going for the pinfall. 1, 2. John the Third kicking out, picking him up. And I think John 60 looking to end it all, but it looks like John the Third caught with the Dirty Dan Slam in time, busting the champ open. Second week in a row, going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. John the Third wins for 2 weeks in a row. Can't believe what we just seen, ladies and gentlemen. John the Third looking extremely strong. This is definitely going to get into the champ's head. He may not be the champ come Cannabis Slam. If he's facing John 1.1, one of the strongest Johns of the division, he lost to a man who didn't even make it all the way in the Death Roll 2 tournament. 2 weeks in a row, John the Third winning. I think John the Third is looking to prove himself as the latest rule that he is the ultimate and real John. The main event, ladies and gentlemen, up next is Pot Awesome. He's going to be introducing his new partner, debuting on the kickoff show of the American Hash, Hash Mauder. He's going to be taking on Noob Saibot and Sub-Zero at the end of this week. The winner of that match goes on to face the SmokeDown Best Buds champions at Cannabis Slam, but tonight Pot Awesome has Acid Dude 2.0 and Sid Acid in his corner as he goes one-on-one with Scorpion with Noob Saibot and Sub-Zero in his corner. We're going to see what happens tonight when one half of the team from Pot and Hash goes on with 1/3 of the team from Mortal Kombat in our main event.